Hi, Juan.
Hi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. I don't know
Thank you very
if I
much.
mentioned before, but this is Fadi. We work together. I hope I inform you that it will join us on the call.
Yeah,
Because
I think
Hello.
it's great. Yeah. Hi.
Thank you very much for your time, Han. Today we find your article about PDF parsing very interesting, and because it is an issue we try to address, that we would like to have some question about your experience. Why PDF parsing is complex, but you mentioned in your article, but we would like to deep down use specific use case you face into your experience about open source tools and maybe some other tool you used and the limitation to give you the big picture. We are still trying to figure out how we want to build a solution, parsing solution, and we are in the exploring phase. That is the whole meaning of this quick call. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah. So basically, you guys are trying to develop or build open source parsing tool, or not necessarily open source, just
not
Yeah.
open source, but some
Okay.
parsing tool.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, is this similar to like Llama, like the
Yeah,
Llama
right.
parser?
Yes.
They have like enterprise use parsing tool that is actually better than a lot of open source. But
Okay.
the only issue is that like a lot of company they don't want to use any cloud-based solution. Especially the data have to go to the cloud.
Oh, it is a huge pain point for companies. They don't want to use cloud solution. They want on-premise solution.
Yeah. So because from my experience, so many enterprise that their data is very very critical. They very critical to use any cloud-based like even for the LLM. So at the very very beginning,
Even for
they trying to use the local deploy LLM as much as they can until that like Microsoft, the Azure, they reached some like bigger commercial agreement with the company that your data into the Azure account in that dedicated tenant gonna be safe. So from that on, so those enterprise they are start to using the LLM from Azure, but not from OpenAI.
Yeah. But I have a question. Like, do you see the same problem with a smaller company or like startup as you do in a large company? Because I know like this is really specifically in a large company that they have difficulty with it.
Yeah. So I think this issue is mostly related to the bigger organization. For those small company, maybe it's okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah.
What was the most critical kind of PDF you have to handle? What the purpose?
Well, so from my experience that so we have some like I done a couple cases like within my company like but I cannot disclose like exactly. But it's like the OCR PDF, the scan, you have to scan it. And also sometimes they are not the same layout. Sometimes they have two columns in the, and also the table sometimes cross the different page. That's another issue. And when you have the PDF, so they especially some company they have the header and the footer. They have a bunch of the information, and every time you extract the PDF into text, so you have to remove the header and the footer because like it's gonna break your information flow from first page to the second page. The footer and header will be in a bit. So that's the noise for the six.
And what?
Just one second. Did you see like maybe one solution with we have a large panel of possibility like to test with OCR models or other commercial solution? Like, do you have test many of them to see if that's this type of noises disappear or maybe?
Sorry, can you elaborate a little bit? You said, do I know any solution? For...
Yeah. Do you know any solution that like work and did not output this type of noises like your problem PDF?
So I try a different workaround. Like I mentioned in my article, the one called minor U is pretty good actually. But because like when you have a lot of PDF, so let's say you have like hundreds, thousands of PDF, you don't know how many different kind of layout you have. So you kind of you can kind of hoping for that solution can have already considered all different edge case. But actually sometimes it's not. Like when you discover one and you use that single solution, you will have to add some additional workflow, work step to in order to clean up that data. Like for example, like let's say that solution didn't tackling well for the table breakdown into two different page. You discover that when you actually people actually start to ask question and this one didn't correctly answer. Then you go back to the information source. You figure out actually it actually breakdown, and then you will start to saying like why is breakdown. So you go back to the first step when you extract the text and you will start adding something like when I ingesting the data, I do some summary for that data. Like in the second half of the table, I add some summary in the data saying that for this table, this is this is my header of the column, this is my key information from this table. When you add that summarization, your retrieval system suddenly work. But that's only one edge case. You might not know like every single edge case in your data set. That's a problem.
So what I understood, when you notice there is an issue, you have to make a kind of post process after the parsing.
Yeah.
In the real case, it's really time consuming because you have to do that for each document.
You have to find out what different type of layout, different type of, but you were hoping for that particular solution. They consider most of the common case, but sometimes it is not the case.
Okay. And what is the impact on business side? You know, for you as a machine learning engineer, when you don't notice the issue at the time, what is the impact for your company most of the time?
Well, so the impact is like the answer is not 100% correct. Like, or sometimes cannot retrieve your answer, but you know that the answer is there. You like, for example, if you know that particular question, you know the answer is there, but you just like wonder why it didn't give you the correct answer.
Okay, and in the case you don't know the answer yet, because you might not
know
all the documents, how do you figure it out? How do you figure it out that there is an issue because I write your profile, you build chatbot. I don't know if the chatbot are for public or in-house user.
It's like all internal, like so basically we are only like for internal use.
Okay. I guess all of the employees, they may not know the answer because they don't know the documents. And what happened in that case?
So the impact is like if the employee they are not if they don't have the questioning attitude, if they are over rely on those like AI product answer, that will be a problem that they will say, hey, actually this answer is given by this tool. I just like assume that is correct. That's dangerous. Like fortunately like my the company I work on, the culture is like they are quite questioning attitude, like it's pretty good. And then they will questioning like, is it this question is correct or not? And but I think that's like really hard. I think it's, you have to go back to the beginning that when you as the develop you as the product developer, you want to make sure that it's like as accurate as you can. So that's why the evaluation is so important at that. You try to use that evaluation to evaluate how good system is before you actually. It's similar to the very old time, the classic time machine learning. You have the training set, test set, validation set. You have to distinguish that. Yeah.
And the current tool on the market, do they have this feature questioning attitude feature, or do you always have to get a human in the loop?
Well so like we will always like have the test question and answer at the beginning. Those like testing question and answer is the golden selection for us to have a taste that like is it this system work or not. So we will use that like as a guidance, like is it this question cannot answer with this answer, like what's wrong, and then we go back to tuning the system. And when after doing that, then we will we will keep a part of the question at the end that just like test the system at the end. But we will use a portion of the question tester to commissioning the system.
And how do you use in the? I don't know if you can disclose that information. Do is you build an in-house parsing solution, or do you rely on third-party solution?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
In your current company, do you rely on in-house parsing solution you have developed on your own, or you rely on third-party solution?
So both, like so basically both. So we will build on the best open source parsing solution on top of it. Like I mentioned before, like there's no one fit for all solution like from the open source package. When we test one, then we figure out, hey, actually this one has this 1, 2, 3, 4 problem. Do we want to spend time to try the second one to see whether can solve all? Like sometimes we will test the second one, but sometimes we will just like build on top of it, like try and solve for that particular use.
Okay. And what is the main pain point? It's a very large question, but if you have to choose, not especially in your current company, but you, with your experience, what will be the 3 main criteria for you to choose a parsing solution, and how you monitor that the output is the one you expect?
So I don't think the parsing solution is evaluating by the business side. It's mostly just like evaluating by somebody like me that developing the system internally. But we are not, like I said, like we will not use any like third party that cloud-based solution.
Okay, because of security.
Yeah.
The security of your data. Okay.
Yeah.
I have just a more technical question. Like, from experience, like, do you feel that that fixing the structure of all the corpus of documents can maybe have like bigger impact on the output than only upgrading like OCR model, for example?
So you're saying that like, what if we could like improve the structure of the document?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be challenging for some company that they have a lot of legacy document, and also like really old employee that they already develop a culture that they do something in this way. And it definitely, theoretically, for sure, like in an ideal world, so we should like develop the document, use something very structured way, like for example XML. Let's say everything built up in XML. Then everything's much like easier to parsing, much easier to chunking, much easier to like. I think that everything becomes
so maybe I have a deeper question. Like, if we can like develop a pre-processing tool to like transform all of the corpus of documents to structure them well, and to finally we can parsing them like more classic. Maybe you can. It's possible, like technically, or
well, so I think it's gonna be I think definitely will bring value. Like I think if we can magically that have a method that before we do anything, we just like improve the document itself using some more automation way. Like really old document, no matter how messy it is, we use some magical way that to change it into a more structured document. And from there, we start to build any system from that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that definitely will bring the value. And the question is the cost. So like let's imagine that like if we have like endless human resource, human expert, we can ask them, hey, can you convert those like legacy document into a very beautiful structured document? If we have endless human resource, then we will improve the quality from all the experts, no matter it's engineering, no matter it's what.
Yeah.
But the question for those companies is that they cannot afford this cost.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you guys in this like niche that to do the pre-processing of the document to make it easier for?
We are trying to figure it out. What is
exactly.
Where do we have to go? Where do we can give more value? Because we are considering that they are open source solutions. They are very good solution into the market. You mentioned Yamapars, Reducto, Unstructured, Data Lab. They are very, and where can we bring more value to the market? This is what we are trying to figure it out by making some interview. And you gave us a good idea, the pre-processing part, but we need to figure it out, the cost. Because if you build a solution that is too costly for companies, they might not use us.
Yeah. So I think definitely will bring value. Like especially if you can provide the various option. Like let's say some company sensitive to the data residency issue, that you provide a local host solution that can just like help them to not passing, like change the quality of the doc locally. I think that definitely has provide a lot of value. No matter they're gonna use that data to doing what. I think gonna be
Yeah, that was
Okay.
right.
good
Okay.
starting point.
Maybe it's like more bigger pay point for a company.
Yeah. So I think you can think of like the company, they will not, you will not change their knowledge base, because
Yeah,
it's like huge amount of the knowledge like hidden somewhere. I don't think they're gonna clean up.
Okay.
Everything they do, they will just like, okay, can I use the minimum cost that to extract as much value as I
yeah.
can? Maybe start doing the parsing, start doing the OCR, like all that different hatch.
Okay. So, okay, preparing the document is different from parsing. This is totally different. So you
Yeah.
have the raw document, let's say the raw document, the whole knowledge base,
Yeah.
and the idea is to improve the quality itself before making
Yeah.
any engineering on the document.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know a guy that who's very specially doing the XML document. But so basically, I think his pitch is like he worked with those like safety critical industry and ask them like, can you? I gonna teach you and helping you to build a procedure inside your company that from now on you should do your document in this way, in a more structured way. So some of the company adapt that practice. Some of the company don't. Like I think the missing piece for him is that if he encounters some company don't want to do that, and he should provide some automatic solution to accommodate it.
But sorry, I'm not technical at all. Huh?
Mm.
I might ask a very genuine question. What are the techniques? Because I can imagine manually with a human,
Yeah,
you rewrite a document to improve the structure. Okay.
yeah.
With some automation. So it means if I have a PDF document, how can I improve the structuration of the document? It means I have to first extract the data. It means make a parsing, then rebuild the PDF, then we make a parsing. But the issue is still how do I extract in the first place the data correctly if I want to make automation?
Yeah, so I think I can think of from the very quickly in my mind is that let's say the document, no matter how messy it is, let's say we need to do the OCR. Number one, you have to use a very good OCR model, extract all the text for sure, and then you processing all the text, like make sure that it didn't losing any information. Then you rebuild the content, but in a more structured way. Like for example, the header should be the header, the subheader should be the subheader. Then for example, in a markdown format, that you know when you have like 2 star is the subheader, 1 star is the header. Then you maintain the structure of the doc. In that way, that you already improve the document quality, because you maintain the structure, the sequence of the document, that they have the semantic meaning. And
But what
and maybe even better is that if you let's say we have a really idea LLM, that when you extract the document, let's say the document is a standard operation procedure, then you extract each step, then you label it. This is a step for doing what, and then and next time that you know for just like a knowledge graph, like basically somebody asks a question related to the specific step, you have the structure label already saying that the step is from here, step one to step X. Then you can 100% accurate to extract that info.
interesting? And as an example, you uh, what are the kind of document you just mentioned? Can you give us some example of let's say operational document you know that may be interesting to process the way you say? I don't know if I understand.
I cannot say anything within my company. I can give you an example, like just fake, like, but I think it would be similar. Let's say like in a car, in a company, they repairing the car. They have the like anybody without a lot of expertise, they have the standard person. They have to check this 1, 2, 3, 4 component first, and for each component they have to check substep 1, 2, 3, 4. Like when they following up the procedure, they should have very clear that they follow each procedure in a sequence and then without missing anything. A very old school way is that they print out the PDF. Maybe it's like OCR before when they do it, they just like hand checking it. But let's imagine that that messy doc being already processed in the way that I just mentioned. You already have the structure label within each substep, and each substep already know the metadata that this substep is belong to this component. And then I have let's say I have a software, maybe a chatbot or something. I take the iPad, like go to the car. I'm saying that I gonna fix the car end of this part, and then it give me the structure step from that document 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then with the checkbox in the front, and then they can start to do one thing, check the second thing, and check. I think that will make sure that step is 100%.
Because we work from we work for Airbus.
Okay.
And we have what we call MRO, maintenance, repair, and overall.
Yeah.
What you just described can be a specific use case, in our industry. How to process, because the employee who have to perform this task.
Yeah.
It can add some value. Just give us some specific use case, because at this stage of our journey, the question is still: do we want to make a very vertical solution for a specific use case, or do we want a solution for various, verticals? Do we want to do one for industrial, insurance, accountants, or let's say legal? We don't know yet.
Yeah.
If you were in our position, difficult to ask, to answer. What would you suggest according to your experience?
Well, like if I'm wearing in a head that I'm gonna be a business owner or something, then I think my typical philosophy is that I will try to talk to the different potential user first, and to see before I start to build anything, I think I will start to understand more, instead of I building a perfect solution I think gonna perfect that actually nobody will use. I think I will try to talk to people from the different vertical domain, and even I work for them to provide solution for them for the first maybe first 3. So I would say that, do you have this problem? Do you mind that I will provide free service, but let me understand more your workflow, like join your meeting or something like that, and then we work together and figure out the actual in detail that the need. That from there, I think I will see the pattern if I work. That was what I would do.
Would it be possible to do that with you, or your company is too sensitive?
No, my company will not. My company is like too big. Yeah. So my company is no.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
If I may ask, maybe you know somebody may need, we can approach that you made the introduction for us. Will it possible for you?
I'm sorry. Can you say again?
I was wondering if it's possible for you to make kind of introduction. One of in your network, do you think who might have this issue about parsing that we can ask for the question to better understand?
You mean when you have like somebody have the actual question? Can you ask me can you inquire me for answer?
No. If you can ask you
Yeah.
some introduction to people into your network that may face the parsing problem that we can interview. If
So you mean that can I ask my network that do they have like, any problem?
No, yes, but of parsing, if you have somebody in your mind, just right now, we don't want you to take time to do that, but if you have somebody in your mind or in your industry that may face this issue.
Not at the moment that come on top of my mind. Yeah, not at this moment. So are you guys just start this idea, trying to exploring?
It's exactly the case. Yes, we are exploring the parsing.
Okay.
Parsing field. We know that is a very big opportunity, but
yeah, why choosing this particular niche? Yeah.
Why? Because I tried I worked on the solution automation for security questionnaire. I don't know if you heard about security questionnaire.
Security of what?
Security questionnaire.
Is it airplane?
No, sometimes when vendors try to sell tools to big companies, those big companies require some information about the security process. The way they ask that mainly through security questionnaires. We try to automate the process, but we notice that a very large layout of security questionnaire. and we have issue automating the process. So we start thinking, oh, the different layouts of the first step of document is a very critical part for the next stage. So we start to dig into, okay, how we can structure more various kind of documents. This is how the idea came, and we came into the parsing, the unstructured data world.
Okay, is it like the export custom control? Like the different documentation is very important?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I think, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Sorry, I forgot what I'm going to say. So did you find, like, so basically you were you were on this export control company that you see this pain point they have. That's why you want to automate.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I know. A few solutions that maybe is you can test. Like we can chat in detail. Like if interesting. I know there's some way that if you have the data, we can train a smaller model to detect the layout of the document. If you have some data, or you can spend some time to label the location of the layout, then we can fine tune a certain smaller model that to understand those layout better.
Okay. You know some tools to do that?
Yeah. So I know there's some to do that and open source. Yeah.
Okay. Open source. Yes. Why not? We will be interesting to do that, to test that.
Yeah.
So what do we need? You may need some templates of the questionnaire. Is that what?
So my understanding is that, like, let's say you have document, you have like complex layout. Like complex layout, when I mean you have the table is like very difficult, very different kind of layout, and the off-the-shelf like solution may not be able to recognize every single different kind of layout. There is some. I know there's one solution. I don't remember the exact name, but I can find out from my note that you can fine tuning those smaller models. They only a couple million parameter OCR model, but they are specific for layout detection. So basically, you can detect the layout first, use a few hundred, maybe less than 100 sample to understand those like very common layout from your use case, and then you can use that model to detect more accurate, comparing the bigger model, more general model, and detect more accurate for your use case.
Yeah, it's most like multi-architecture tools. Like they use multiple architecture technical tools, like to parse all of the. That you mean?
Yeah. I mean, like when you have a more specialized model, that may be more accurate to your particular use case. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I can chat you if you remember the name.
Yeah. Sure.
Of the.
Sure.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. But we will still dig into that area. If we build something, would you want to test, not with your company's documents, but just to give us feedback of what how to improve?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, sure. I'm happy to test like many different tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I test.
Thank you very much.
That's quite a bit in the different tool as well.
Okay. We still dig out into the market. What is the most good opportunity for us to tackle and start, as you said, a few design partners, start build them for free,
get
some knowledge, some pattern, and then have a pattern to scale. This is the aim.
Yeah. Let me know how it goes, because I'm very curious on those, like the true user need. The reason why I pretty happy working within my company is that because I can work on those like the actual pain point. Like I know that like this is something that because I'm from the engineering background as well. I used to be an engineer to design the nuclear control system. I know what they did. I know what they did like in their daily life, and when they come to us, we know exactly that. Yeah, this gonna solve some of that problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Yes, we try to build as fast as possible, and even if the product is not the best at the beginning, just make it test people and improve.
Exactly.
Process. I don't know, Fadi, if you have another?
No, I don't have another question.
Any question?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ryan, thank you very much for your time, especially on
problem.
Saturday.
No
And,
Yeah, I will continue longer. Thank you very
it's
much.
Yeah,
very,
let
very
me know how it
interesting.
goes.
Yeah.
Of course, we will do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bon.